I can tell you how thrilled President Biden himself is to see what is happening here and to watch it unfold. Prime Minister Modi will be embarking upon in Washington next week, along with Ajit Doval and a significant delegation from India. A number of the deliverables at that visit are not just bullet points on a page. They are fundamentally designed to remove those obstacles. We're taking steps on significant R&D schemes, on 5G and 6G cooperation, on defense cooperation, and specifically on removing barriers to strategic trade. And I can tell you how thrilled President Biden himself is to see what is happening here and to watch it unfold. And I should also say that in large measure, ISET is going to succeed because of the country team we have here in India, led by Ambassador Garcetti, who is driving forward in reaching out across every dimension of our governments, our societies, our economies, to be able to see this partnership realize its full potential. And we were talking beforehand about how Ambassador Garcetti has already been to 7 states in India in 7 weeks. He's got a lot more to go, but he's going to knock them off one by one, literally crisscrossing the country to show and not just say that he's committed to expanding this partnership to the whole of this country from the whole of the United States. I also want to particularly single out Tim and Prabhu for joining us from the United States and Gersh from Singapore on behalf of significant American companies who have come to Delhi today to show that just as when Ajit Doval brought a delegation from India to Washington, that this is there is genuine commitment to keep the engine of ISET revving as we try to continue to make progress down the way. And ISET at the end of the day is about technology, yes, but it's also about much more than that. It's about our people-to-people relationships. It's about building the skills of our populations. It's about building habits of trust and confidence between every element of our societies and governments. It's about deepening our defense cooperation in ways that will serve us strategically as well as economically. And one of the things that we set ourselves up for as homework when we met in Washington in January, we met at the Chamber of Commerce, we met at the White House, was trying to remove barriers to collaboration on both sides. The question we asked was, what are those things that are standing in the way of our ability to maximize the full potential of our cooperation, potential that has long been seen but not been fully realized? And as we look ahead to the state visit that Prime Minister Modi will be embarking upon in Washington next week, along with Ajit Doval and a significant delegation from India, a number of the deliverables at that visit are not just bullet points on a page. They are fundamentally designed to remove those obstacles in defense trade, in high-tech trade, in investment in each of our countries, in taking away obstacles that have stood in the way of better collaboration among our scientists and researchers, in stimulating greater access for our students going both ways, for Americans coming to India, Indians coming to the United States. And if you just look at the last few weeks, the frequency and level of contact between our National Science Foundation, our National Security Council, our Defense Department, our Commerce and State Departments with their Indian counterparts is unprecedented, all designed to take away whatever the barriers are that are keeping us from being able to drive forward in the ways that all of us want to see. We're taking steps on significant R&D schemes, on 5G and 6G cooperation, on defense cooperation, and specifically on removing barriers to strategic trade.